emergency?
There's a child. He's bleeding all over the place. We're at North Olmsted Giant Eagle. I don't know what happened to him.
Okay, what exactly is going on?
There's a kid. He's bleeding all over the place. We're at Giant Eagle. He's outside. We're in the parking lot right now.
Okay, is the child conscious and breathing?
Is he breathing? I don't know. But they're doing CPR on him.
They're doing CPR?
Yes, right now.
Okay, hold on 1 second. North Olmsted units, be advised there's a child that is possibly injured. They're doing CPR on him now. Okay, I'm going to stay on the phone with you for a couple more minutes. I have officers en route. I'm going to get a couple more things from you, okay?
Okay. I didn't see it. I just heard them yelling, and then we were on break in my car. And I work at Giant Eagle right now.
Okay. Okay. What's your last name and callback number?
What?
What's your last name and callback number?
Okay. Okay, there's police here.
Do you see the police?
Yes, there's a police car right now.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hang up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Miss Ellis was inside the Volunteers of America store where she obtained a butcher knife or some type of kitchen knife.
The reason I wanted to make this video is for some seriously important, to have a seriously important conversation with as many people as possible. The reality is I've been doing private security since 2008, and before that I was a Marine who went to war twice in Iraq, with the infantry. So I got to see and do and be a part of a lot of real world operations and violence and all these things. And since then I've been helping bring in, maintain order and safety in people's lives. And something that I've seen repeatedly is the civilian mind's propensity to do everything it can not to accept the reality that evil does exist, right? And that's an emotional posture issue that comes from a lack of experience and the human nature, a human's nature to want to remain in a comfortable state of homeostasis or balance, right? So that's the master's degree in psychology talking. The reality of the whole entire cookie burger is that evil absolutely exists, and the weaker you are, the less capable you will be at looking at it. And unfortunately, we have a public that is unrealistic and not very smart emotionally and psychologically in many cases, and therefore they hold certain ideals as reality. The reality is that as you all know, I've published over 200 tactical protection reviews since I've been doing this work that you're watching right now. And I've seen thousands of real world violence videos, those tactical protection reviews, every single one of them is real world violence. I've dealt with hundreds of situations as a private security professional, stopping people from doing bad things to each other since I started in this industry in 2008, and that was after going to war. So I'm here to tell you that almost, if not every person that's been either in any of those videos and or that I've dealt with and saved and protected and over all these years in over 70 different countries all around the world, all held one self-limiting, extremely problematic belief that made them a perfect target for evil. And so I want you to listen to what I'm about to tell you, and I want you to think to yourself, am I a perfect target for evil? Am I literally the ideal prey for an evil person? And that idea is the fact that it's not going to happen to me. Oh, that'll never happen to me. That happens in bad neighborhoods. Listen, as a private security professional, my company Bravo Research Group is receiving requests for service from a number of neighborhoods in great neighborhoods in high net worth environments that were always safe up until now. Let's go, Brandon. Thanks, Joe Biden. But the reality is that in life, you don't know what's going to happen, and your protection is your responsibility. And if that makes you uncomfortable, don't take it as an opportunity to do mental gymnastics and be like, oh, well, I don't believe in guns. Your beliefs will not protect you when someone comes at you and your kid with a butcher knife, right? Your beliefs will not protect you when you're walking from work to your car and you get jumped in a parking garage or just in broad daylight nowadays. There's no more need for covering it up anymore because criminals apparently can just do whatever they want, especially in places like California. So The reality of this game that we play now is we have officially entered the phase of stay strapped or get clapped in American culture, and I'm here to bring that information to you guys, right? I'm here to help you guys realize that now is the time to be an adult and take your protection seriously. Invest in training. Here at the Protector Nation, my company, we have over 70 hours of online education for you that would help you, one, position yourself so that it would be harder for someone to do something like this to you. Two, see something like this coming in a myriad of different ways, far off, way before it happens. And three, arm yourself so that you are not a perfect victim if something like this does choose you, because you break all the principles in all the other tactics that we teach you left of bang, right? Violence on a Timeline. I didn't come up with this. There's some amazing books and bodies of information around this, right? There's a great book about it, Left of Bang, get the book. Anyways, on a timeline, violence is on a timeline. Left of bang, before the violence, bang, during the violence, right of bang, after the violence. There are so many skills you can learn, even if you don't believe in guns, that will help you live a safer pattern of life to avoid situations like this. And then the final question is, especially if you live in America, you should be armed, especially now, because we have over, I've heard numbers as high as 20 million individuals in our country that have not been vetted and that are obviously raping and pillaging American, especially females, at a higher rate than has ever been done before. Horrible things happening to underage girls. It's no longer safe to walk the street in many environments where it used to be. I don't know what more of a wake-up call, and if this video and if the reality of what you're seeing on the news every night is not enough of a wake-up call, you may be beyond help. But for those of you who are not, him who has ears to hear what I'm saying to you. There is a time when you need to sell your cloak and buy a sword, and that's what Jesus said. So I'm just here to tell you, to answer the final question, which is, Byron, why do you carry a gun everywhere you go? Because ultimately, and this doesn't matter if you're male or woman, the reality is firearms are the number one equalizer. There is no other equalizer that is as powerful as having your own firearm, that is as empowering as having your own firearm, that makes it so that you get to have a say about what takes place if you're present, than having a firearm and getting the training that you need to effectively implement it to save lives and change bad behavior from human beings that are seeking whom they may devour, right? And so finally, I end it with this question and this answer. Byron, why do you carry a firearm? Because I know evil exists, and I do not ever want the people that I love to be at the mercy of evil people, because I've seen what that can do. And if you haven't seen what that can do, just turn on the news and you'll see more of what that can do. And it doesn't matter how big and strong and jacked and tan you are in many cases, you need a force multiplier, right? So the reality is, unless you want to put yourself in a position to hope that your beliefs will protect you, which is not the rule of law here on this planet, then you need to get armed and you need to get trained. And if you aren't going to get armed, then you at least need to get trained. And this is the gospel that I believe that God's got me bringing to the world, which is the art of protection. So please take advantage of all the online learning tools that we have, and the way of life of implementing protection capabilities and tactics into your everyday life, so you can live a safer pattern of life and you can just not be there when something like this happens, or you can see it coming and deal with it accordingly without having to fire a shot or do anything crazy. I make these videos because I love you guys. This is Byron Rodgers, protector by nature and by trade, reminding you to be peaceful but not harmless. I'll see you on the next video. Boom, boom, it's finally here. Go to protectornation.com to join the Protector Nation community. Learn online and become part of our Protector Nation family. I look forward to seeing you guys there, and for us all to join forces to make the world a safer place by helping good people to become more dangerous. I'll see you there, and until then, be peaceful but not harmless.